Ladies and gentlemen, the inaugural The Scramble podcast, episode 1. We're going to be talking Valero Texas Open in San Antonio. First of all, I'm joined by our other two co-hosts here. We are in no means captain and two assistant captains. We are all captains here on this show. Cam and Tim.
Hello.
Cam, how we doing?
What up? I'm doing good. I'm ready to go.
Ready to
rip
go.
it up. Oh, yeah. Buzzing.
Buzzing for now, Tim?
Yeah, it feels like I've been waiting for this moment my whole life, but I haven't. But at the same time, I have.
Yeah, secretly
Does that
been
make
training.
sense?
Yeah, been training in secret.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know, like all those hours we spent at college and getting an education just to sit around and shoot the shit with our buddies about golf.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, we have an absolutely action-packed show ahead of you. For the listeners out there, we want to first thank you for tuning in on the first episode. And before we get right into it, I mean, this being the first one, sort of give a brief little, what we're all about. If you guys want to say a couple things.
Yeah. All right, I'll kick it off. So this is Tim here. Golf in my life is an interesting story because I hated it for a long time. To be sitting here doing a golf podcast today is just wild. But yeah, I had clubs when I was a kid. I probably played twice and said, I'm going to stick to basketball because this isn't for me. But then after college, I don't know. I bought some clubs online. I know me, Justin, some of our friends were just like, all right, let's try and pick it up. And that's when I kind of really, really fell in love with the game. It's super addicting and it's so unlike any other sport that I've ever played in the sense that like you can kind of like pick up a ball and figure it out, right? No,
Not
this
with golf.
Is not this.
Haha.
This is not this. And it's weird to be like immediately attracted to a game that you are terrible at. Like it not serviceable in any way. You're just slapping the ball into the woods and you're like, wait, I actually kind of like this. So it's crazy, but here we are today.
Yeah. And I'm Cam, and I've been playing golf my whole life, but still not very good. That's something we want all the listeners to know is that we are not professionals.
I mean, he hits the driver like a million yards and often straight. So let's get that out there for the listeners.
Can't chip or putt though, but that's the key here. We're not pros. We're just here for
no, we're not.
We're here for fun. But I'm going off what you said. It's kind of like what my boy Jocko says. You got to be uncomfortable. I think the best part about golf is being uncomfortable all the time because for me at least, I step over a ball and I'm like, I have a plan for this.
Your swing thoughts are just, oh shit.
Yeah,
shit.
every time. I'm like, I think I know what I'm doing. I really don't though. But that's golf, and that's why we love it.
Well, honestly, it's a big honor being here with the two of you guys. Never did I think that we were gonna take over the golf world by storm in the year 2021. I'll be honest, my vision board that I made didn't have this on it, but I'm glad this did pop up. This is Andy. I've also kind of been golfing my whole life. Picked up the clubs when I was like 10 or 11. Being a hockey player, I just thought the key was to just smash the ball, which we're now learning, the three of us together at the same time, which is really nice. Is that golf's a lot about feel and finesse, and something that we also all have in common is that we like to bet on golf.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
We've been doing that probably. I've been into it for a couple of years now, as long as it's been available. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're running a legal operation here. We were all 18, of course, when we started betting golf. Right. We'll throw that out there.
Yes, to the FBI agent listening, yes, we were all legal. And that's going to be the main focus, one of the main focuses of our show going forward here is we love golf. We love the stories that come with it, the highs, the lows, watching guys stink, watching guys dominate, the occasional golfer we don't like for no reason. And, at the end of the day, tossing a couple of bucks on a guy to come in the top 20 and being disappointed when he gets tied for 22nd.
Yep.
So, with that, I don't know if you guys have anything else to add for a little bit of a...
Yeah, actually, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for young Justin over there.
We need to talk about...
Producing and making us have this wonderful platform to just mess around with some golf.
Yeah, let the audience know you're here, Justin. Come on.
Hey, what's up, guys? Actually, you know what? I'm going to just come out real quick and get my golf guys back because some of you guys might be wondering over at HedgeBettor, interesting choice to have a golf show be your first show that you're ready to release. Why not football, basketball, something like that? And you know what? Obviously, golf is a growing sport, getting, very popular, especially, with betting and whatnot. But I got to say, these golf guys right here have been working their asses off. 3 great dudes. They're going to do great things with this show. And I'm pumped to have them as part of the team. So hope everybody enjoys the Scramble moving forward.
And I think to add to that, Justin, what you said about the game growing, like, I know there's a ton of people I know that got into it literally this past year from COVID. It was like the first thing that you could do, and everyone was like, all right, let's go try this. And I think that's going to be huge for the game.
For sure. For sure.
Well, with that, I think we can get right into it. Last weekend, whether you're a golf fan or you're not a golf fan, I'm sure you saw it on social media at some point, but Billy Horschel, Gators, chomp, wins the Dell match play. You guys give me your, first kind of reaction there.
Well, my first reaction, as you listeners will all find out, is we're pretty tied to particular golfers. And one of my guys is Scotty Scheffler. I love that guy.
Welcome.
Me and Tim always joke around. He looks like he had 10 to 15 beers prior to each round. He's not overly physical, but he can smoke the ball. And I thought he had it in the bag. Billy Horschel, and I will say what I found interesting was this is like the only tournament where you play like, I don't know, how many rounds did he play? 6 or 7 rounds?
It's an insane amount of golf.
It's insane an amount of golf. And I think it just came down to like Billy Horschel kind of looked like fit.
Yeah.
Like, and he looked good. I'm like, all right, so he's just more conditioned than Scotty, because Scotty is doing what I'm doing.
So this came down to endurance for you.
For me?
Yeah.
I swear, because at the end of the tournament, Scotty was just like, the ball was going everywhere.
Well, actually, what is the number, right? So you play your 3 quarterfinals. So you play 7 rounds in 5 days.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, they probably do that normally, but they're not doubling up on Saturday and Sunday.
I've played 36 holes once, and I took a cart. These guys are walking these super long courses. Good for them.
And something I wanted to say too, when we were, giving us a nice little intro, is that, you kind of fall back to golf as you get older. You can't run up and down a court. And you don't want to get tackled doing anything.
Yeah.
So golf's kind of your fallback. Golf's like, okay, I'm still slightly athletic. I can swing a club.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
You play it forever when you get paired up with the, this 65-year-old guy when there's the 3 of your buddies, and he ends up being like a +5, and he buries you guys. So don't give up. We're a young. I think Tim might be 33, but I'm 27. So we have a lot of time to get good. But I think there's something to do with that, Cam. That tournament format is a marathon.
It is a marathon. And I really believe that, because even at the end, Horschel wasn't hitting the best shots in the world. He hit some questionable wedges.
Tim?
So he hit one of the worst golf shots that I've ever seen. Where he probably had 100 yards in. He's in the middle of the fairway. Like, we're talking about a professional golfer, and he hit it 45 degrees to the left, almost took out his playing partner.
Yeah.
And then the commentary he made after was pretty funny. Like, he was clearly he knew immediately, like, that wasn't a good look for me.
It's funny. So he had a 7 in his hand, and then he's like, he goes back to the caddy. The caddy's like, just hit a low chippy 6. So Billy's like, so
he was pretty far out.
Yeah. He wasn't, he wasn't in a wedge distance. But then the whole time, his comments on after, he's just like, I didn't commit. He was like, I was over the ball and I had no idea what shot I was hitting, and it showed. It looked like me at Ponkapog on a hot day.
Absolutely. Yeah, but even on, was it 17 too? He had 2 really bad shots.
Yeah.
Are we all talking about the same shot, the one where he went over the green?
No,
because that one was just as bad. Because all he had to do was put it even anywhere on the green. He didn't even have to put it close. He just had a 2-putt and it was over. And he puts his wedge 30 yards too long into the back bunker. It was absolutely wild. He did then put it like 3 inches from the hole.
I was gonna say he did jam it into the hula hoop after that. So
yeah, but
no, both of those shots like hilariously bad for a pro golfer.
Who won the tournament? Like
exactly.
Yeah.
When do you see that?
When his partner's a mile to the right. That's what he was playing against one of us.
That was awesome. He made it, as you guys were talking about, he made it out of an insane group of Colin, the postman, and Max Homa. I'm not. I know I didn't. Did you guys bet on him to come out of that group?
No way.
I had Homa.
Did you?
Yeah, plus 250 ish.
I for sure thought Colin had that. He's been playing great golf.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
Just what I thought.
Well, Max Homa's been playing some of the best golf on tour over the last 4 or so months. The last couple weeks have been not as good, but yeah.
I think also, Billy, I love you, man, but get some new shoes.
So right about that.
And I know I put that in our little agenda, folks, for the folks at home. We keep our stuff what we want to talk about and for each week to week, and we'll be coming to you guys on social media for stuff that we want as well as things go on. But bro, like the shoes, like,
Horrible.
we're not in a 1930s, black tie wedding. Like you don't need to wear the shoes that cluck when you walk, right?
Not at all. He looks like a stiff.
Yeah.
And he's playing against my guy, Scotty, who literally just rolled out of bed. I like that look more.
Yeah.
I like the shirt half untucked, collar all messed up, hat slightly sideways. Just
Scotty was calling his Scotty's the guy calling his foursome saying, I'm a minute late, tee off, and I'll meet you on
I'll
the
catch
green."
up.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Which is fine, whatever you're into, but yeah, the shoes, they really have to go. But a massive sort of win for Billy now, though.
Huge.
Jumps right into Ryder Cup standings. You guys.
So that's
so much.
Yeah. He like we've been talking about. He's not somebody that I'm pumped to watch. Personally, I don't know. Is he solid? Yeah. But
I think I like that he's a little bit animated.
Yeah. He gets mad at himself, which I enjoy.
Which is, I mean, as Tim and I deal with the guy who gets mad at himself the most. But I think he's someone you'll want to watch maybe in a little heated match, like giving it to Poulter or giving it to Rory a little bit, when they can play. That's a big hope. We'll see if he ends up making it. But
U.S. looks strong this
year. The U.S. looks unreal.
Well, that's partly because Rory stinks.
Oh yeah, no, not good.
Bad player.
Not. I wouldn't say a bad player. I don't know if I'd say bad. He's just
it's probably an exaggeration.
He's just working through the kinks of being a strongman.
But I'm gonna stick with it. Actually, I'm gonna go bad player.
Okay, that's. I'm not gonna argue against you.
Yeah, and that's fine if you think he's bad. That's cool.
No. But he's bad.
A European who's not bad is Tommy Fleetwood.
Tommy's been dialed in.
He needed this week.
I agree.
He needed to win that pod for him to get his confidence back, and he did. So I had him in our little bracket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's one of my guys though, so I can't really. The hair is just half the reason I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, and his swing is so nice to look at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I also just love that he doesn't the way he looks is like an average guy too. He's like me. He's got tough back posture. He's walking around hitting the shit out of the ball, and then I like that he doesn't follow all the way through. Sometimes he keeps the club high up in the air, and they get the flow wrapping around his hair as he's finishing. I mean, it's quite the scene. Go on, Tommy. I mean, the other thing we needed to mention was, and this is what Tim sort of wrote down, is what's up with Tone, man.
So did you watch the 18th hole against Will Zalatoris?
Yeah, I watched pretty much every.
Let me paint a picture for people at home, because this is becoming like a thing with Tony.
It's bad.
They're on the 18th hole. Finau's up 1. Zalatoris stripes one down the middle. Finau's in the right rough, whatever. All he has to do is pitch the ball out into the fairway, get it up and down. Tony tries to hit a ball. I can't. It's not 90 degrees vertical, but it's close. He took a 50-yard shot, made it 100 yards, and didn't even come close. And my problem is he has. I like Tony, but he does killer mentality things.
Yeah,
but he never executes.
No, he can't finish, and he's my absolute number one.
Yeah,
number one without question. Since the big break days when he was smoking. What is it? Isn't that a Disney? Disney's break. Disney break. He was
Disney's
just on a Disney show, smashing windows with a driver.
Hell yeah!
Just trying to earn his PGA card. Then he just comes on out of nowhere, just all around solid golfer. He only swings 75% of the way. He'd be the longest player on tour if he actually fully swung.
People actually say that.
He would be, dude. Yeah. He is an athlete. His cousin's Jabari Parker. He's young. That's young Jay's boy. That's young Jay's boy over there. But he's got athletic blood in his family.
Oh, he's got the purest blood in his family if he's related to Jabari Parker. That's
absolutely
a direct descendant to the king right there.
He is. He
I've
is.
also heard that he's just like the best guy ever. Like,
Yeah,
like
what-
legitimately like nicest guy going.
Yeah.
Came from nothing.
Yep.
Came from absolutely nothing. His dad like scrapped up money to get him golf clubs, and he's just like, I got you. I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna make the tour through a weird game show, and just not even. Did not go traditional route. I don't even actually. He might have played golf in college. I can't even remember, but
I think he probably did. Most of those guys did. I think.
yeah.
But yeah, ridiculous shot to try to pull off. But at the same time, do you think that Tony is like, I gotta finish one of these things, so he just gets that like, I gotta hit this insane shot when he knows he shouldn't, but he's like, one of them's gonna drop.
Probably. I don't know. It's just like so many second place finishes. It's just like how like odds wise, you got to luck into one of these.
Oh,
I have a major fear that he's the next Lee Westwood. It terrifies me because I just want him to win a couple. Just get a couple. Just do it. But I don't know if like he just might be Tony top 10 for the rest of his life. That just might be his ceiling.
That's your guy. I'll
yeah. We'll leave it at that.
But wait, time out. Also, Will Zalatoris is playing pretty good golf.
Was just gonna say Willie Z.
You can't take that away from him. He's good. Like
right. And that's nothing against Will Zalatoris, but it's like Tony just please just put this in the fairway, try and get up and down and move on.
Yeah, but he can't.
And then he tries to hit like it's hard to describe without showing you guys the shot because it was that outrageous. It never had a chance.
When someone makes a Scramble podcast clips fan Twitter, we'll have them put that up.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing, I didn't have any qualms with this, but Tim apparently is big time. Who is Victor Perez?
So it wasn't as much as I had a qualm with it. I was like generally asking a question in the doc, and then like you guys ran with it. I don't know who he is, but he is playing pretty well, and he made it to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Semifinals?
No,
Something like that?
semifinals. He was in the third place game.
No idea who he is.
Well, he's won those like European invitational things. One of them's at St. Andrews that he dominated, and he also wins that tournament that a lot of the pros go over to, the Saudi National.
Oh yeah, they love that one.
They love that, and he's won that too. Other than that, I have no idea who he is, and I love his swing. It's nice.
He's real tall.
Yeah,
which I like that. That is a big contributing factor. I mean,
Billy Horschel almost hit him with his
outrageous
chip 6-iron.
Yeah, there was that felt like we were playing at like Presidents.
Yeah,
like balls were on the wrong hole many times.
And once the tour starts looking like us, you got a problem.
It makes you feel good though.
At this point, I just can't stop looking at the next topic because it's so infuriating.
All right, tell me about it.
All right,
go for it.
So, Matt Kuchar. All the Matt Kuchar fans can stop listening now, and I'm sure there's other golf podcasts for you. But
you like the one you specifically, because there's probably maybe
the
one
fan, the Matt Kuchar fan.
If you can find a Matt Kuchar podcast, they're probably not talking about golf. They're probably talking about something that nobody cares about.
And probably going forward too. This is not the podcast for you.
No.
Yeah.
So, for those of us who didn't watch, this is a Jordan Spieth podcast. He's all square with Jordan. They're on the 16th hole. Par 5. Kuchar sends his second shot into the shit. He's in Texas. Jordan Spieth, University of Texas alum. He goes over to the fans that are near where he went into the shit and is like, hey, everyone, come help me find my ball. They find his ball. Kuchar somehow saves that hole, goes on to win the match. All 40 to 50 of those fans should be banned from any PGA Tour event in Texas the rest of their lives. I would kick them out of the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where does your loyalty lie?
You back your boy, the golden child.
This guy doesn't tip his caddies. Why are you helping him? I would have been
Can't
so
find
mad
a pair
if I
of
was there.
slim fit khakis.
Oh, God.
You'd have to fit into the slim fits.
Don't get me going on what he wears, but yeah, no, I agree with you. You're not a Texas guy, Matt Kuchar.
No.
You're actually nobody's guy, Matt Kuchar.
He's Whoville's guy.
Yeah.
He is Whoville's
He
guy.
looks like a who.
He's Whoville's guy.
That's such a good point.
The other thing,
I was actually pretty good.
I used to sing as a kid. The other thing, that can be a podcast topic for another time. The other thing that was crazy is because Tim just mentioned it. We are a Jordan Spieth podcast through and through. Get on the roller coaster, ride it with us. It's going to be a good time. Keep your hands and legs inside because you never know what you're getting. And this week it was that Jordan was 62 out of 64 guys strokes gained putting.
I just that has a hard time actually registering with me. Like I see him like 2 months ago. He was like the best putter on tour, like a couple events. And how does that happen?
His hand was probably acting up again.
Don't start.
Hey, the hand is healed clearly. Okay, the hand.
Cam is anti-Spieth. We should say that out. Me and Andy, because we're like, just like normal human beings, like Jordan Spieth.
That's fine.
Because we like fun and like
for anyone
fun.
For anyone at home who's not aware, can you give a brief recap on the Jordan Spieth hand situation?
Yeah. This is near and dear. So
near and dear to your hand.
Classic. So Jordan comes out a week or two ago in an interview and casually mentions that he had chipped a bone in his hand weightlifting. And this is at the very end of his incredible run of golf. And so basically he made the decision not to get surgery, which we discussed was probably the bad move. But in retrospect, like from his point of view, you got to understand this dude is like, he's on magazine covers like this guy's the next Tiger Woods. Yeah. And, unfortunately that run came to an end just right around that. But you got to like, the thing to put it in context is like, this guy's hands are his like money makers. Like to try and swing a golf club with that sort of impediment at that high a level must be just so difficult. But anyways, now he says it's feeling a lot better and he's playing better golf. So I think that's behind us, hopefully.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, that's the gist of it.
There are some haters and losers on this podcast who will not be named that think the worst is still ahead. So
I don't know if the worst is still ahead, but
well, we have some programs that are gonna
we
put
have
that to the test.
Yeah.
Oh, that's money in the
More to
bag for
come.
me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was the other thing. Jordan, 62 out of 64 putting after playing so goddamn well. And then, we kind of touched on Rory at the beginning, but just hitting an absolute skid in a time where he does not need to be playing bad golf. Guy needs a green jacket.
Not this year. It's not happening this year.
I don't think it's happening this year either, but
But early on in the season, looked like it could be. Rory was dialed.
yes.
He was dialed in.
He's too open. His interviews, he will tell you anything. You ask him any question, he answers it fully. I don't know. I think there's something going on with him. And it could be just like outside of golf, but it's crazy.
I think it's ego. I just think it's ego. I mean, not that I can be sorry, Rory, if I'm putting words in your mouth here, but his ego's in the way. He used to be like when he started working out, because when he was younger, that's when he was maybe his best, or I don't know, his best.
Oh, yeah,
he was playing
we
well.
stand chubby Rory here on this podcast.
Oh, 100%. But,
Yes.
He starts dating a famous girl, like really cares about being fit and stuff. That messed his game up, like big time. And now the DeChambeau hitting nukes every hole is messing with him because he was like the longest player on tour before DJ got big.
Yeah, he was.
And then now he's not even close. Well, he's close, but in retrospect, not really. Because at that distance, a little bit of yards is huge.
And that'll sort of do it for the WGC. Match play is always fun to see. Guys going head to head, taking things a little bit different. Not necessarily playing to preserve a par or play a smart shot where they see their partner in a good position and they're gonna have green lights more often than not in match play. So I think it's an exciting thing that we get to watch a couple times a year, right? Or once a year, twice a year now. 2 match play events, I think. Or is it 2? Is it 1?
I think it's just this.
Is this the Dell?
Yeah.
Oh, shows how much I know.
And the Ryder Cup though too.
True.
And Presidents, whenever that
True.
is.
Kind of shifted over to another PGA Tour stop. What is it? The
Corrales.
Tim, tell me all about it.
I only know one thing about it, and that's a Joel Dahman win. First PGA Tour win. If you're looking for excitement, watch his last putt and his celebration because it was so cool. I mean, he was genuinely like super happy, and he's just a funny guy. Like, I don't know if you saw the video of like his bucket hat falling off and his caddy's got a beer in one hand sprinting towards the water to save it. He goes under like the line that you can see and then he pops back up from the hill just like with the hat. It was cool. It was nice to see. I mean, almost a bit of a tearjerker.
Yeah. He's also a cancer survivor.
I was just going to say, dude, like his interview with him talking about his wife and saying, she's she's sacrificed a lot for me. She kind of like, to pursue my dream. And then when they were like hugging a million times, look, I'm a man. I'll admit it. It's a little dusty in there when I was watching.
That's a good way to put it.
But yeah, awesome win, and a guy that coming in now. He's in Valero playing good golf.
Yep.
So we'll see where he ends up. I don't know if you had anything else on Joel.
No, not much.
Love the bucket hat though. He's one of the only guys that can pull it off.
Yeah, I was a little bit upset on Sunday that he wasn't wearing it.
Yeah.
He did shake it up.
Yeah, he was.
He had a regular hat on. Or was that Saturday? It was one of the days he was wearing a regular hat.
I'm pretty sure he won with the bucket hat.
Yeah, because I literally distinctly remember that scene of it.
Oh, because then
blowing off.
So then it was Saturday.
Must have been Saturday.
Okay. Couple other things that I just found, browsing the internets once Adele was done. On Twitter, I wish I could remember who tweeted, but it was like a lot of people now. There's an interaction between Bubba and Patrick Reed that I don't know. Did you guys hear anything about this?
I heard about it, but I don't know much.
I think it's awesome. So they get matched up in the what? Are they in the same group or did they were in the round of 16 together?
I think it was
because it might have been Thursday. This happened Thursday or Friday, maybe.
I don't know.
So whatever it was, the two of them are matched up, and it's like the first tee. Pressure's on. Might be the playoffs. Bubba is getting ready to line up his ball. Or no, sorry, Patrick Reed's getting ready to line up his ball on the first tee, and he looks over at Bubba, and he's like, "Hey, we can still be friends after this, right?" and Bubba looked over his caddy, and then looked back at Patrick Reed and was like, "Are we friends?" Which is, for me, as someone who thinks Patrick Reed is an absolute loser, was the best thing I've heard all week.
Awesome.
Yeah. Coming from Bubba, who's kind of a weirdo too.
Bubba's got his own little
Yeah.
some people don't like him kind of thing because of his attitude. But I thought that was so funny. Imagine being like, it's all playful. I'm sure Patrick Reed didn't mean it like in a in a shitty way. He's probably just like, hey, we can still be friends after this, right? Like joking around. Bubba's like, we're not.
That also wouldn't shock me if that was Patrick Reed's confidence being like, we can still be friends after this after I like smoke you because I'm nasty.
Yeah. I think Bubba did win though.
He did.
Yeah. So I thought that was awesome. The other thing is the Kevin Na DJ concession. I don't know if you guys had any thoughts on that. Did you see what happened?
Super weird. I almost feel like clearly the putt was going to be conceded. It was 2 inches away. So basically what DJ said was, "Oh, I thought Kevin told me it's good." Kevin was like, "Hey, you technically can't do that. I didn't tell you it was good yet because DJ had picked up the ball." If you're Kevin Na, you could have just been like, "All right, I'll pretend that I said something." I feel like Kevin Na kind of blew it out of proportion a little bit.
100%.
But that's my take on it. I don't know.
We in our golf, if it's within strike, if you don't have, I feel like I get it's the rules you have to ask, but where's the line?
I think the line is, I don't know, 2-3 feet. Actually, I think the line is if the putt means something.
Well, and that's the thing. Kevin, I was like, "Oh, I was gonna concede it to you, but I hadn't said it yet." So then,
don't be a hardo.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So
silly.
I thought it was too, especially then because he's like, well, if I didn't, then we would both lose a stroke because I didn't say anything and he conceded. I was like, Kevin, you're a funny guy taking the ball out of the hole when it's too fast. That's all cool and everything, but what it did was it rattled DJ and DJ started bogeying holes and Kevin Na beat him. So if that's what Kevin Na was trying to do, then kudos.
Kevin Na getting in DJ's head is a wild concept because DJ, does not care about much, but he probably was just I cannot believe this is happening.
Yeah, I agree.
You're gonna do this to the world number one?
Literally.
What do you think you are? Get out of here.
I'm the guy that hits 5-footers and takes the ball out before it drops. And then the last thing, just sort of Cam's guy, Scotty Scheffler, just so hot. It's just every week getting better. He's getting a couple more wins this season, I think. And he took down John Rahm and Thurthio on the way to a second last week.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. For some reason, I thought he played a ton of tournaments in a row, but he hasn't.
Who?
Scotty.
He's young. Although I did just talk about his conditioning, but he'll be back. He'll be back.
As far as records for the week, sadly, I didn't bet as much as my girlfriend was away for the week. I was having some real me time with the dog. Wasn't thinking about golf. I only went 3 and 4. Not great. I don't know about you guys.
Nope, 5 and 5 and 1 push, but Tim was the
8, 7, and 2, but the losses were outweighed the wins. I lost money.
And
5 and
that's
6
okay.
on Thursday.
And that's okay. That's what we're here for. Look. The Scramble podcast is not. We're not here to be one of those guys on Twitter that says, pay me $50 and I'll send you my my card for the week, because we all know those are a big scam. We're gonna give you our picks, and we're gonna give you our rationale, and you're more than welcome to follow us, or you're more than welcome to fade us. The bottom line is that we're giving you picks.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'd like to put a caveat in there, though, that, and Cam can attest to this, the last 3 months have been the coldest betting months I've ever had. I am ready for like a scorching hot April.
It's absolutely coming.
Right in time for the Masters.
Yeah.
I'll go out on a limb and say I will win 75% of my bets in April.
Woo.
Clip that. How many
in for
minutes are we
that.
at?
But you don't understand. Like, I lost so many bets the last few months. Like, the law of averages is going to come into play.
Yeah, it has to eventually.
Eventually. But like you said, Andy, like every one of those betting accounts, just in their like Twitter bio, Insta bio is like #1 sports handicapper in the business.
You're not.
Guaranteed money. Like, we the kings of this shit. Like, we got this. No, you don't.
It'll say like 50, 48 and 2 year to date plus 3 units. Follow now.
Yeah, and half of their bets are like, a favorite that's -400. And it's like 2 units.
I was gonna say
2 units. So when those lose, you lose like 8 units. It's
NBA
like,
favorite parlays. Whatever. That's not us, and we'll never be those people.
Never.
Sort of before we get into Valero coming up, the only things I want to talk about was going to be, according to I was using our website again, Tim, Run Good, the stat man, and it would appear that Matthew Wolff is legitimately the coldest golfer on tour. It's not even close.
I'm thinking, like, I was actually thinking about this yesterday. The 3 of us could scramble and I think
beat him.
I think we could do it.
Like right now, I think so too.
If you watch him play right now, it's like he's got no idea. And this is a guy who came out of college so hot.
We the only way we'd beat him is if we found dirt on him.
No, we'd win.
And like mentally, like we have to Kevin DJ him.
I mean, he's a kid and he has way more money than us.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that.
I mean, the
works.
biggest problem for him
gotta
is
do
his
something.
driver is his weapon, and he can't get off the tee. So like, you're stuck with your other parts of the game, which obviously he's a professional golfer, all outstanding, but compared to how he plays his game, like everybody has a way to play their game at that level, their strengths, and if your strength's not working, like with Ricky, can't putt right now, so the rest of his game suffers.
Yeah, it's tough, and he's legitimately losing 6 strokes to the field in total. 6. Next guy's at like 1.5. It's horrible. I feel bad.
I do too.
It's gonna mess with him because he's a young kid.
Yeah, but like you said, he's good for golf because
he's great for golf.
He's cocky.
Yep.
He's kind of like every sport needs a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he fits the bill. He could be, if he's
Billie
on fire,
Eilish.
he could be the bad guy.
Yeah. I think so too.
Right now, he's just sort of sorry.
I mean, yeah, maybe that's one of our narratives. Matthew Wolff is the real bad guy in golf.
He is the real bad boy. He's the bad boy. He could become one. You never know. Maybe he'll hear this and be like, "That's it." Yeah. He'll just start like pushing people's caddies over, tripping them.
He'll be new Bryson.
That's his niche.
Speaking of the meathead Bryson, I don't know if you guys saw his really weird Instagram video of him like running around his garage with the trophy and like leg extension machine. Anyone catch wind of that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. But
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Your thoughts?
I mean, the first thing I did was try and figure out how much weight was on it. Pretty sure it was like 40 pounds, buddy. Like, come on. Let's take it down a little bit. But it was so weird. He could have easily hurt himself. Like that's such a dangerous move, especially on your knee. He's like literally throwing it in the air with his legs and catching it on them while they're extended like that. Like, I thought he was going to hurt himself. But just an unnecessary video. I don't know what he's doing.
He's got his camp of like yes men that he lives with that are just like, you rock, Bryson, get bigger. Rah, 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 we love you. Do that video. Of course you can hit the ball 400 yards. And they're like, here, take the trophy and do a leg extension. Oh, that'll look so cool.
Yeah, who comes up with that idea? Dude, who came up with that idea?
Saying that Team Bryson that like all probably live on his couch that he, that that just adore him is probably like, that's a sick idea. Yeah, social media is gonna love that, man.
He just tries so hard to be like likable and cool. Where it's like, dude, a little bit of self-awareness. You want to talk about someone who could be a villain? Bryson DeChambeau. Embrace the role, buddy.
Yeah,
Hit a million yards.
he was going that way with the whole like officials thing.
Yeah.
Remember the end of like the COVID season last year? He
definitely can be. And he's also over here like, you all play golf the wrong way. I'm a physicist.
Yeah.
I know all my clubs are better than yours. Like my math works out better.
I mean, anybody that's ever taken a math class can tell you that yes, a swing on the same plane up and down is going to be, you're going to get this more of the same results than you're not going to.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me that, Bryson.
Yeah.
And my 5th grade teacher told me that too. I don't know if you could tell, I'm not a big Bryson guy.
What kind of math did we learn in 5th grade?
I don't remember.
That was like,
Andy's a scientist, so,
I
he.
don't know what I was doing in 5th grade.
Me and Tim just ignore math. I think we forgot everything we did. We don't use it every day.
Well, I'm a field player, but I will say this though, the what is it? What was the thing I use?
Oh,
The gun.
you got
The
it.
gun.
Not an actual gun. Whoa.
You should to get the yardages on the course. I just got it.
It's a yardage
new thing
gun.
for me. I'm excited about it. Should be used anywhere off the green. Is my hypothesis. So it completely contradicts what I just said, but it makes sense to me. That's how I'm going to think about it.
And it's your rangefinder. You do whatever
my
you
You
want.
do whatever you want,
Rangefinder,
but then
that's
you
the
also
word. There we
can't
go.
claim feel.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can't
I
claim
can
feel.
though
Because me
I
and
can
Andy
say- I
just look
can-
at it and they're like, that looks about that
Yeah.
distance.
I'm like, 30-yard field shot? Sure, I'll chunk it. Why not?
Yeah. I don't know how to rationalize what I'm saying. So that's it. That's all I got on that subject.
Before we get into the match here, the Golf Channel and golf.com, they put out like a poll on Instagram. I'm sure you guys saw it too, of just like them saying like, do you think match play should be a major? And I literally clicked on the comments because I saw like 2 pros commented like on just the preview. Click on the had to have been 15 to 20 guys on tour, literally on the same Instagram, replying like, no.
Really?
I couldn't disagree with them more. I get for them, like, I suppose why they wouldn't want to,
Yeah.
but what do you mean? Like,
None of them wanted it. Every single guy, I believe JT had a big like, no.
It's got to
Like-
be the amount of rounds in that amount of time, maybe.
they play golf. Like, come on. It's a totally different style of golf. Like, why can't they adapt?
I think because they're content also with
They're
the Ryder Cup is match play. They got the Dell once a year. They're like, if I have to do this again in another, I don't know, 7 rounds in 5 days.
I get it. I get that it's hard and stuff, but even like the U.S. Open, they do that to challenge golfers. They don't give them like their perfectly cut grass for their
Correct.
PGA wedge shot so they can get spin on everything. But they absolutely need to have a match play major. I think it would be one of the most watched. The things they could do with that, even like they didn't really advertise like doing a bracket for the WGC, but so many more people would be involved if you just made a bracket and did stuff like that. I personally think it's more entertaining to watch, just man on man or woman on woman or whatever tour you're watching, doesn't matter. But I think it's ridiculous that they wouldn't want to do that.
Okay. I mean, I see what you're saying for sure, but like, dude, you walk like, I don't know. I hate walking. Like even during the week, like my goal this year was like, all right, I'm gonna get a push cart and I'm gonna do a lot of walking.
They don't carry their bags. They
Dude.
just walk.
The courses are wicked long.
Stop.
All right.
Stop.
Whatever.
I'm not
I'm
even gonna
done.
get into this.
Whatever.
I don't even want to get into this.
That's fine. All right. On
The
that
Scramble
note,
podcast versus walking. It's the biggest controversy going.
for now. All right, let's get into the Valero then. So when I was looking up last year's Valero, Corey Connors, I actually really like Corey Connors. His Sunday, so he won last year. In 2019, I should say. They didn't do it last year because of COVID. His Sunday was crazy. So he birdies for the first 5 holes, then bogeys 4 straight. So he's even par going in the back. Birdies 3 in a row, 10 through 12. 3 more birdies on the final 6 holes, finishes 6 under for the day. I mean, wow.
That's
4 pars?
That's a Jordan Spieth round.
That's
Yeah.
a Jordan Spieth round.
That
Nobody
is.
can do it better than Jordan. But that's pretty impressive
That's
for Corey
bananas.
Connors. Yeah. And then he finishes last at Dell last week. So I don't hate him going into this week. I have a Corey Connors bet, but that's just a pretty cool look at his win last year. I think the biggest storyline here is Ricky Fowler.
Slick Rick.
Without question, it's the biggest.
Talk to me. Does he make the Masters? Does he win this week? Because that's the only way he can do it.
Okay.
Wait, so that literally is the only way.
The only way.
So his official world golf ranking can't go up.
Negative.
It's just winning this tournament qualifies him.
Only way.
How far down has he slipped in that ranking?
Deep. He's in the hundreds, right?
Oh no.
I think he's like I could be totally wrong here. I think it's like 111.
Okay.
I want to look up his finishes.
But listen, desperation is huge. When your back's against the wall and you're a performer, you're going to perform.
Okay.
Is his form been great? No, but he's kind of a hype guy. You know what I mean? He's got the style. He's got the charisma. He's on your TV. He's in your face. He's selling you stuff.
He is featured. He is featured for Friday and Saturday.
Yep. And he needs to win this. All eyes are going to be on him. I think he can do it. I mean, it's going to be tough, but he's got the game.
So you're speaking strictly with your heart.
Straight up heart. There's no analytics behind this pick. This is a gut pick. Am I betting him to win? Honestly, no. Am I rooting for him? Yeah. I absolutely, because that'd be a great storyline for golf. Ricky gets it back, wins the last tournament before the Masters, goes into the Masters with steam. That'd be awesome for golf.
Oh, it'd be a sick story to wake up, Monday morning, all the headlines. Ricky qualifies, wins the Valero.
Yeah, people will be freaking out.
Hate to say it. It's not going to happen.
No. He's one of my favorite golfers to watch, too. His drive specifically is, mesmerizing to me. He takes it so much, lower, I think, than the average person does, horizontally instead of vertically in his backswing, and then just snaps his body. It's pretty cool to watch.
His club head speed is, among the top on tour.
Yeah.
For,
it's just little.
Guys 5'8", too.
Yeah.
Or program 5'8", right? 5'7", who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it. I know he's going through swing changes, which has been his issue for the last since this slide has happened. I know he's trying to dial in iron play as one. I think his driver is fine, but he's been trying to dial in iron play, something that the Valero is going to demand. I mean, your strokes gained from the fairway on approach and around the green are going to be huge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is a long course, though.
No, which is what I'm saying. He'll be fine. He'll hit his spots on the fairway, I think. It's going to be about, and it's also, which is what has been happening to him, is that he'll par, birdie, 8.
Yes.
And it's happened now, I think in his last 4 or 5 starts, he's had a blow-up hole that ruins it.
Yep.
And in a place where, like you said, Tim, is Valero being very sandy, that blow-up hole is just going to be worse.
Yeah, we talked about this a lot off before we started today. A million bunkers in here. Cannot imagine my score.
Oh,
yeah. Because if you looked at my shots gained through the sand, it would not calculate.
No, I just looked up what his sand save percentage is. He ranks 171st in the PGA in sand save. That's not good.
And he's normally very good out of the sand.
Yeah, that's not good.
He's a short game guy. He's kind of like Jordan in that aspect. But he's also losing strokes putting right now.
Yeah, and his putter has always been good.
Yes. So that's tough, man. I don't know. I like Ricky a lot. Cam, I'm shocked to hear your take this week because I know you don't love Ricky. But what are you going to do? Yeah, I guess so. More into the tournament. I mean, you're not going to get a lot of big names this week, just because most people are resting for the Masters. DJ last minute enters the tournament, then withdraws last minute again. I don't know what his thought process is, but
Paulina said, "Come away to Cabo."
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds much better. Sounds way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like we talked about, this is a partly Sergio designed course, which is the worst because I don't like Sergio.
Me either.
But it's crazy. It's a narrow sort of a course with just a billion bunkers. Again, not for me. So Andy, you wrote the stat down. I thought this was wild. Second hardest course on tour to reach green in regulation.
I wrote that.
Cam got that.
Cam
I wrote that. It's Well, dude, it's
I
one of
found
the,
that. Yeah.
one of the longest courses on tour. Like you said, the front 9 is like how much? I thought you had that down. The front 9 is like ridiculously long.
The first 4 holes, something I was reading was saying, includes a 215-yard par 3, and you need to be every article I read to kind of like prep for this week to see who I liked just said you have to start like off the jump striking it.
Yeah.
Like right away. The front is the front 9.
Yeah.
Usually it's back 9 on courses, I feel like, but this course just jumps right at you because the back 9 has 2. I don't know. Like I think they're in the 130 to 160 range par 3s that are very manageable. Those are holes you got to finish on. But for the longer players, there is a lot of opportunity on these par 5s. There really is.
So if you're going to be out there betting, stats you're going to look for: strokes gained approach, strokes gained off the tee, and strokes gained around the green, which is an embodiment of sort of your scrambling, your sand saves, and 0 putts.
Yeah. You just want to get it close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
So past 4 winners: Corey Connors finished 20 under in 2019, Andrew Landry 17 under in 2018, Kevin Chappell 12 under in 2017, and Charlie Hoffman 12 under in 2016. So as you can see, you don't see like an A-list name here.
Mm-hmm.
That's mainly because they don't really play here.
You're telling me that Charlie Hoffman's not an A-list name?
The
trash
he
man.
is for me this week.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's one thing. But let's get into the betting. Andy, why don't you kick us off?
Want me to kick
What
it
do you got
off?
for us,
Okay.
man?
So obviously I was, like I just said, I was looking at those 3 stats. Strokes gained from the approach, off the green, and off the tee. It's sandy, and it's skinny. I needed faith in guys that I know could hit fairways first. And it's not just about being in the fairway. It's a lot about landing zone here because the approaches are so hard. So I first just, in a general thing, which I'll probably end up doing week to week, is I'll give you probably 3 or 4 guys that I think are players to bet. Not gonna tell you how to take them, but if they're in a bet you like on your book, take them. One of them's a previous champion. I know that sounds cliche, but it's Kevin Chappell. Right now, he's 4th on the entire tour in strokes gained approach. His sand save percentage is 6th on the entire tour. He's already won here before. I think those are 2 good enough stats to say, I got Kevin Chappell in a matchup on like a Friday or Saturday. Like, who's he playing? This no-name guy? Toss a unit on him. He's worth it. Second guy for me is Cam's ride or die, Tony Finau.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to pick Tony to win the thing, but I'm going to pick Tony to win some bets for you at some point.
Absolutely.
He's 2nd in the whole field in strokes gained off the tee, and he's 10th in the field in strokes gained approaching. He needs a solid week to kind of solidify his Ryder Cup chances coming off last week and coming off, a couple of seconds earlier. He's looking for a win. So, he, again, like you said, the hungry thing. But what I liked is that two key stats, he's in the top 10. Which would bring me into my third guy, local guy, Keegan Bradley. He's 9th in the field in strokes gained approach, 2nd in the field in strokes gained off the tee. He has played good golf this season, as we've seen. He's been in on some Sundays, on some featured groups. And the last guy is probably somebody that not a lot of people know. Is Cameron Davis for me. He this week is 1st in the field in strokes gained off the tee, 20th in strokes gained approached. And to kind of put the cherry on top, I know those are, it's an average of 10th, but on the entire tour this season, he's 10th in driving distance, 16th in strokes gained off the tee, 30th in approach, and 36th in tee to green. So, like, he's consistently striking it onto the green. His putting's not great, but from what I can tell, this Valero course isn't going to demand a ton about your actual putting. I guess the greens are okay.
Yeah.
Those are my 4 guys to watch. Do you want me to give my bets as well, or do you want to kind of wait until you guys give a little summary as well?
Let's just all go through should we just all go through the guys we like? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. I have, so my first play for someone to, target might scare some people because of his blow up in the final round of
If
a
that's
tournament.
how you're leading it off.
No, Doug Gim.
Dougie.
Oh my God.
Dougie Gim.
Doug Gim, dude.
Why?
Why not?
Because have you ever seen somebody fold under pressure like that? in your life in a competitive?
I'm
like,
not saying
pro
that he's
sport?
going to outright win this tournament. I'm just saying.
I know, but I can't get over what I saw there.
I can't either.
It was so
Can't do it.
bad.
Okay,
do
okay,
it.
but here's that's where the value lies. You guys are the general players. Where
We're the contrarians. I actually like.
he's-
I
he's-
love this now.
Okay.
he's not
I'm in.
he's not going to do good. He blew up on the last hole. No, he's been playing great golf. He's 1.92 strokes gained in the last 8 rounds. He's on fire.
It's pretty good.
Around the green, he's ranks 20th in strokes gained. Driving accuracy percentage, he's top 50. That's what this course is going to take.
Yeah.
And just because, like, even adding on, you guys just helped me, honestly, with the contrarian, because
Just made your argument.
everyone, you really did. I really think that you can pull out a top 20. I haven't, speaking of that, was one of my bets, but I really think he can do it.
Teach me
love
how
it.
to Dougie, dude. Come on.
I love
I'm
it.
behind it.
Yep.
Going with another young kid, Cam Champ,
Mm.
another kid I kind of like.
Haven't heard his name in I feel like a while.
Not a while, but the only okay. So this is a long course. I was behind him. He's ranked 4th in driving distance.
Yeah.
And he's off the tee strokes gained is
Is he number
number
one?
9.
Oh,
But still top 10.
Yeah,
He's that is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. And I believe he's a Texas boy.
Okay.
So that is
that
me.
I can't confirm. I don't know.
I can't confirm, but I'm pretty sure.
Confirm or deny.
And then I just did I was just, doing my research, scrolling through a bunch of websites.
Not a Texas guy.
Not a Texas guy. I had like a 20% chance.
California guy.
Whatever. His name's Cam too. We got that connection going.
Mm-hmm. Give me your other one.
He's not very well known. He's not even on Rick Run Good, but Grayson Sig.
Okay.
He was popping up I know, Tim, you made me a face, but he was all over everything. And I think he could be kind of like one of our guys. He just looks like
Is he a Monday qualifier? Like, who is this? I don't know who that is.
he is just.
And today's
notes.
Tuesday. Did he qualify?
He made it, dude. He made it. Don't worry about it. He's going to qualify. I was
All right,
just
I'm
reading.
in.
He's a Georgia Bulldog.
Okay, go dogs.
He
Yep.
looks like one of us, just average golfer, very humble, and the people were talking about him. So this is not an analytical pick. This is
Okay.
a gut pick. The other-
I'm sensing a trend with Cam. Lots of gut picks.
All my
And I like that.
I'm gonna be more of a gut guy.
Oh,
Okay.
see, I'm more of a. I'm like.
See, I get it.
Give me the numbers.
I get it, but I play golf like we talked about earlier. I'm a
Yeah.
feel guy in golf. I don't
Yep,
use it. I don't shoot it. I don't do any of that. I feel it.
I've never seen you lay up either.
I don't lay up. I don't do any of that stuff. So my feel is this kid. Is he gonna win? No. I'll tell you that right now. Do not outright bet Grayson Sig to win this tournament. Do not do it. But
But you got him in a matchup or something.
if you're gonna get
Yeah.
a plus 8,000 or a top 20 or like a matchup, throw it on him.
throw your Starbucks coffee money. What's
Throw
that
it.
gonna
Throw
do,
it on.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect.
Tim.
What do you like?
All right. So there's 3 guys I'm all over. I'll go over them.
Mhm.
So Charlie the Trash Man Hoffman, sponsored by Waste Management. That's the kind of guy you want on your side.
Blue collar.
Literally sponsored by a garbage company.
Sorry,
Incredible.
green collar.
Perfect. So his stats here are incredible. So since 2010, he has a win, 2 second places, one of those being in 2019, a third place, 2 11ths, 2 13ths, a 40th, and a 63rd. He's never missed the cut in 14 years here. The data goes back further than that. Wild stuff. He's also in pretty good form. 2 top 10s in the last 5, no missed cuts, and he is another guy who needs a win to get to Augusta this year, and he loves Augusta. I was actually reading an article on that today. I'm all over him. I think it's hard to pass up, especially I'll talk about it when I talk about my bets, but his odds this week they should be much shorter. Another guy I like is Christian Kirk. He's gaining a ton of strokes around the green. I think he's top 10 in this field, and he's gaining strokes tee to green. Those are my 2 most important stats for the week. His recent form is pretty good. He's got he's got a top 10 and top 20 out of his last 4. And in Valero, 2018, he's got an 8th, a 13th in 2016, and another 8th in 2015. So he obviously likes the course. I think it fits him well. And his odds are pretty good. And then I really like Harold Varner this week.
Oh, I had HV3 as a little
Did
stretch
you?
for me. Good call.
I'm
He's-
almost more gut, but I don't know.
He's green. His numbers are green for strokes gained off the tee, approach, and around the green. He's one of the few guys that going into this week has that going. Like all three are positive.
So that sounds like
Yeah.
a great fit.
Yeah.
He's in okay form. The big thing with Harold Varner is he's always been a pretty good tee to green player. His putting is not good,
Oh boy.
to say the least. So that's kind of a stat you're just gonna throw out the window and not think about.
Yeah. Just hit it on the deck, Harry.
Yeah, exactly. He's also coming off a 19th at the Honda. So I don't know. I will take him with the odds that they're offering.
6 swag on him too. The Jordans.
swag.
Oh, dude.
6 swag, always packing a lip.
Oh, his
Cool
swing.
guy.
His swing's cool too.
It's wicked nice, man. He's such a good ball striker. It just
Like how he follows through and his left foot like opens up and his whole body's like facing the
Yeah.
target. I think that's wild.
pretty. All right, should we do our actual bets?
Yeah. So those are our targets. Those are something week to week, you guys that are listening, that we're gonna put out on our social medias, on Instagram, on Twitter. We're gonna we'll have Andy, Cam, and Tim's target picks. If there's any overlap, obviously, hey, great. We'll make a note of that. But this week actually there isn't. But everybody kind of in the same idea, which is good. So we'll put those out, and then we'll put out also our bets. So for me, this week I'll fire away. I'm big on matchups this week. I like Corey Connors minus 110 against Abe Answer. Not that Abe is bad. I just think that Corey Connors having one here and all of his strokes gain stats being like absurdly green, I think that's a safe bet. I also like Keegan Bradley minus 115 against Lanto for the tourney. Keegan's gonna make a run on this, I think, and he's someone that maybe we'll sprinkle on. I'll get into that in a second to win. Also picking on Abe again. I like Hideki minus 120 to beat Abe. Hideki's someone that I had on my list with Harry Varner as a guy with all three of those stats in the green that you could take a look at. And Hideki's going to need a tune-up for the Masters, so I think he's going to try to play well. And going with Tim here, HV3. I like him against Andrew Putnam minus 120 as a smart bet. And my last one for my matchups is going to be Ryan Palmer. I like him, Cam's
love
guy.
Ryan Palmer
Minus
dude.
105. He's going to beat Cam Tringale, I think, for the tourney.
Think you got
Love it.
You like that?
Those are going to be my picks. I'm a little matchup heavy this week. That'll probably, week to week, that'll change for me. But I like those are the ones that I like.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, for me, Tim, I'm going to piggyback off of you, and I actually like Christian Kirk over Lanto Griffin. Minus 105. I think Lanto's got a lot of hype behind him, but as you laid out, Kirk's been playing good golf, and he likes this course. Also, I had to do this for the show, but Ryan Palmer is minus 109 against Spieth. I love that because
I hate that.
Also, that I do love it because I also want to outright bet. My only outright bet to win is Ryan Palmer. Ryan Palmer is my only outright bet that I'm going to make this week. He's just an all-around good golfer.
What's that at?
Outrageous.
What's that at? Like plus 4,000?
I
Something like
honestly
that.
I didn't write it down. I only wrote down the matchup number.
Okay.
I'll look that up.
You are blinded by hatred.
No,
It's
I
so
just
clear already that
Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
blinded
it's
by
just-
your hatred.
it is what it is. And then I got, and then I just have my top 20 bets: Doug Gim, Champ, and Finau. Finau's not great value, but I do think he will be top 20.
All right, so I guess I'm up. I got a little carried away. I have a bunch of bets here.
Hey, that's all right. Just go slow so I can type them down.
Yeah, you got it. All right, so number one, the Trash Man. I got him at 25-1 to win the tournament. It's down to 23 now on my site. I only do half units for the outrights because your
I
odds are
do
longer.
too.
But I love that outright. It's going to be a little chalky this week, but I think there's a reason for that, and the course history stats don't lie. I'm going to bet Chris Kirk 35-1, and I'm going to bet HV3 66-1, which is those are awesome odds.
Mhm.
I'm going to take all three of those guys top 20, and I'm going to add one top 20 bet, which is Kevin Chappell, plus 450 for the top 20. His last three starts here are 30th, a first, and a fourth. So I think that value it's absurd.
What was the line on that? Top 20.
plus 450.
Sweet.
So I think that's a great bet.
That's actually a sick bet. I'm gonna probably jump on that too.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of him. Especially you can save out of the sand here.
Yeah,
big time.
Mm-hmm. And then I got 3 tournament matchups, 1 unit each. Chris Kirk over Siwoo Kim. That's even money. Siwoo Kim's a favorite. I also have Corey Connors over Abraham Answer.
Yep.
But then, it's looking back, I sort of just really pigeonholed myself here. But I have Answer over Hideki. So basically, I need Connors to be better than Answer, and then Answer to be better than Hideki. So that's kind of outrageous.
It's not.
I mean,
it's not that outrageous.
I like all the bets.
Transitive property. Corey Connors also beat Hideki.
I mean, he might.
Also, me and you were head to head on that.
Yeah.
All right. May the best man win.
I'm in. And then should we just go through? I guess our locks is the last thing.
Yeah.
Andy,
Do you want me to start off with my
interesting one?
Yeah. So I'm kind of sticking with the theme here of my matchups. We talked about this guy when we were going through our targets. For me, it's Cameron Davis. I think this week, he's going to look to make a run. He wins this thing. He can play in the Masters, right?
Yeah,
I believe, because he's on the cusp as well. My jacket. Oh, so the jacket pick every week is going to be the 3 of us picking our, maybe not our best. It doesn't have to be something you necessarily love, but something you think is going to hit. Like, you know what I mean?
Without fail.
Yeah. Like that's your pick. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a common thing. I'm taking Cameron Davis minus 105 and minus 105 to beat Sam Burns by 2 strokes, and I'm also taking him minus 135 on the money line for the tournament.
Love it.
Love that.
That's my jacket.
Sam Burns isn't playing very good golf. Right?
No, he's not. Which is sort of.
He went on a run there.
Yeah.
What did he almost win? The Genesis? Was it the Genesis?
He was in a Sunday pairing at one of those tournaments like a month ago. Yeah. But then I looked at, again, shout out to Rick. I looked at his recent form, and he is just not playing great.
Love it.
I'm just going to piggyback off of my outright pick, and I just think Ryan Palmer top 20 at plus 125. I feel like that's just great value. I feel like he should be. I mean, I know like some like handicap. I don't even know if you call them experts, but like they do their model projections, and he's a top 10 guy in almost every model. And for him to be top 20 and have the odds at plus 125, I just love that.
Yeah,
I think that's my jacket.
I like that a lot better than him over Spieth.
That's fine.
I do too. I mean, I'm also going to put a little money on Spieth.
Yeah. Okay. So I should preface this by saying, so I have 11 bets. I have bet Jordan Spieth to win almost every golf tournament for like the last 3 years.
Yep. I can test.
So Super Bowl Sunday was
a tough one for everyone.
A lot to take in. But yeah, so that's always going to be on the card.
I agree. Yeah.
You can. We'll add that to the units for sure.
You can add that to mine as well. Yeah. I'm always going to take his.
Good.
I'm going to take his matchup
odds this week, but
he's playing Tony in a matchup on my book.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Oh, I actually really like that.
I do too.
And
that's
also him top.
Add that.
Yeah.
He does. Okay. We're going to do this?
Yeah.
We're going to have battles like this? All right.
Okay.
I'm good with it. I like the challenge.
All right.
Can I pose something?
Mm-hmm.
How about on the next show if whoever's jacket pick doesn't follow through, has to like take a tequila shot or something?
Down.
I mean, if you're just gonna throw a pick, if you're just gonna throw a jacket behind a pick, there's got to be something on the line here. You don't just get to walk away willy nilly.
You get a swirly or something.
You got something.
Yeah.
You got something.
That'll come.
We'll think of something.
That'll
think of something. Yeah.
So my jacket pick is actually indeed a lock. For you listeners, Charlie Hoffman top 20 is plus 175. I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to the podcast earlier. His finishes here are unbelievable. That value is stupid.
It is a bit ridiculous.
He should be, betting wise, a favorite over like 10 guys ahead of him. It's crazy. I don't understand.
10?
There might not even be 10. Everybody else ahead of him should be behind him.
That's interesting. Okay.
It's just like the course history is just. I mean, it's nuts. Like I mean, I guess I'm biased.
How's
like
he been?
Scotty Scheffler. Hideki,
Get out of here.
Hideki Matsuyama hasn't played good golf in over a year.
But why Scotty Scheffler? I don't get that.
I don't know.
I don't get it.
I don't either. I don't know why I said Scotty Scheffler.
And I
can't
can
recant.
actually, I was wrong about my Texas guy before, but I can confirm that Scotty is from Texas.
Who Cameron Tringali is a favorite over? Like, what are we?
People love
what are we
him this
doing?
week. I just can't get behind him.
Who are these people? Don't guys.
I mean, I'm
come on.
betting
Guys.
against him
Yeah.
with Brian Palmer.
I know.
Outrageous.
Easily.
Yeah, well, Ryan Palmer.
All right, so he's
is
like
a lock
the,
for top
the
20.
9th or 10th betting fit. He should be one. I'm just gonna.
He should be number
that's
one.
My
For everyone out there, that's big.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty confident. But yeah, no. So that's a definite lock. So if you want to just put whatever you want on that one, that's an easy win.
All right, well, I had a random little thing I was thinking. I was just sitting there on the couch, and I was like,
Oh Jesus.
what's something we could throw into this? So, what is do you guys know what San Antonio? What's like the biggest thing in San Antonio?
The
The
biggest
Alamo?
The Alamo. There we
Okay.
go.
Thing? Oh God.
There we go. So
Do you remember it?
no,
All right.
I don't know much. I actually had to Google everything about it.
It's a great
I-
movie, by the way. If you have like 4 hours, what is that movie called?
I often have 4-hour time blocks of nothing. So yeah.
I have no idea. So in my head, I was like, all right, like I'm gonna come up with something for Tim here
Oh God.
because I know that your guy is Abraham Answer.
Yes,
right?
I love
and
Abraham
the
Answer.
Battle of the Alamo was Texas versus
See where this is going.
Mexico.
Don't get us canceled early.
Yeah, this
I-
could be somewhat controversial.
I don't know how it is. I
For
googled
some-
it. I
All
googled
right,
it. He's
go
of
ahead.
Mexican. He's of Mexican descent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So my question to you in the Battle of the Alamo, which would be
Yes.
kind of a sick bet to make, honestly, Spieth or Answer for you?
I feel like that's an unfair question.
No, it's not. Why?
because it's Spieth.
Heads
It's
up.
like-
Heads up bet. Heads up bet. Who would you take in that battle? The Battle of the Alamo, Spieth or Answer?
Are they playing golf or like fighting?
Gun to
Golf.
my head.
Golf.
Okay.
Come on.
Gun to my head.
Gun to your head
I'd pull the trigger.
on Answer.
I wouldn't answer. I'd pull the trigger.
Okay. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help.
I mean, so like I have to say Jordan. I really like Abraham Answer. I think Answer's a dog. He like especially at bigger events. I think he comes to compete. Do you know he like I think it was the Players. His flight got delayed, something with COVID, whatever. He just showed up that day and played. No practice rounds all week and just played. Like that guy's awesome. I'd have to go Spieth. It'd be anybody or Spieth. You could say Tiger
Yeah,
Woods.
I
I'd go
get-
Spieth.
I could have picked it. It's sort of crazy. I was trying to like, like figure out like which golfers were from Texas and all that stuff.
Yep.
Because I didn't think there would be that many. There's literally 25 people from Texas in this tournament.
Yeah, man.
That's madness. Because I was gonna be like, all right, I'll just like this will be easy. And I was like, who of these people will I pick? We got actually Answer resides in Texas, which made it a little confusing.
I
And
mean,
then,
it's symbolic.
So
they have
what
to
side is he
defend.
fighting for?
Yeah.
that's what. Yeah, I was like, I don't really know how I'm gonna pull this off. But like my guy Ryan Palmer's from Texas.
I
Scotty,
actually like that
Spieth,
question.
Jimmy Walker. There's a ton. Cameron Champ, KJ. There's a
Cameron Champ's a California guy. We already talked about that.
No. Is he?
Yeah, he's from Sacramento.
Wait, did you say
Oh,
Jimmy
it-
Walker?
Yeah.
Dude, this guy is
Okay.
like, you could get him at astronomical odds. You want to hear his course history? A 30th, a 4th, a 13th, a miscut, and a 1st.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
You
And
can probably get him at.
and a sick grilled steak on his Instagram later.
Oh, Jimmy.
He's a good guy though.
He's a good guy.
Funny swing. Top of it is interesting. Wow. All right. So we put in the Alamo bet. Maybe we'll tweet that out. Maybe we won't, just so we don't get canceled.
I don't see. I don't know how that's a cancelable
yeah.
bet. I'm
No,
making
it's
it. I'm,
not.
I'm bringing
I'm
it back.
screwing
I'm bringing
around.
it back to
I'm
Okay.
we're
upset that
cultured.
you said that.
Yeah,
We're cultured.
I wish you said
Because
Scheffler instead. So
Those are my guys, and you're trying to
All
make
right,
me.
all right, Andy. Scheffler or Answer
This week,
this week, head to head.
Abe.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scotty's tired. He hasn't had.
That's it.
Yeah.
Last week was it for him.
Yeah.
He's done.
I mean, he's a good golfer. I just don't think he's not a finisher yet.
I would agree
We'll
with
see.
that.
I'm taking Answer in the Spieth bet, and I'm taking Scheffler in the other one.
Yeah, I mean, you're just starting trouble. It's fine. I get it.
Oh, well, folks, I think that'll pretty much do it for the betting segment. Fellas, any last minute comments about the Valero coming up? You wanted to get in?
I don't think so. Just buffer that bankroll for next week.
Yeah, next
A
week.
big
That's
week.
my thoughts.
Week after
Big
that,
week.
Masters. My bookie, my thumbs are going to be on fire from the amount of bets I'm throwing
Oh my
in.
God, the round matchups too.
The live bets too. Oh.
Contact your bookie to up your max.
Yeah, I think
Actually, that's like been on the
It's been on the
list for a while.
that's
Yeah,
been on the
yeah.
agenda for a
Because
bit.
we got to stop. We got no more money. What are we gonna do?
Nah, dude, I'm good for it. Can
It's
you give me a
Wednesday.
couple more dollars?
We did say we've been cold. We did say that,
I mean, it's just historic
but not in golf.
lossing.
Not in golf.
Lossing. New word, lossing.
Historic losing. Look, this is the start of a great thing, the Scramble podcast. We're going to come give you our bets every week, and we're going to come cover the upcoming tournaments and the past tournaments, and we're gonna shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And the three of us are going to be golfing all the time as the summer kind of winds down up here in beautiful Braintree, Massachusetts. So, look, if you guys have anything else, I think we could probably close this out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
awesome.
It was great, guys.
Yeah.
I'd love to do it again. What, once a week?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, that's the wrong sound effect.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was good.
That was hilarious.
For not that one either. But you know what? We gotta figure out the sound effect.
Very
Young
very
Jay-
fitting ending. To
Yeah,
the
young
podcast.
Jay is new to the producing
We
game.
gotta clap somewhere.
That is definitely not it.
So good.
That was even better.
There it is. All right. Future reminder. Yellow is clap.
Yellow is the
Yellow.
clap.
Yellow is clap.
Remember that losing
Okay.
sound because
That losing sound was
is never
good.
going to
See,
happen.
That laugh was
look,
awesome.
I got a beef to pick with these fucking people because a bad sound shouldn't be green. They should color code it for idiots.
I
Okay,
gotcha.
I should
Okay.
not click the green button, which should be good, and get the wah wah wah. Throw me off.
Oh,
It's okay.
Anyway. All right, good
well,
shit,
that's how we
guys.
ended. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Nice. Oh, how long was that?